Hello, all my people. Do 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 do. What in the hell's going on in this country? The Democrats trying to impeach. They say there's a 15th hoax. No, they say there's a 15th. 15th time's the charm. Wasn't there a third time's the charm? First time, strike out. Second time, strike out. Third time's the charm. Let's get it this time, guys. Oh, finally got it. Or no, we struck out again. You struck out 3 times, or strike out 3 times, and you have to pull a George Bush on you. Dodo Bird Bush, the junior. Screw me once, hoax me once, shame on you. Hoax me twice, shit. Well, you're not going to hoax me a second time. How about a third time, a fourth time, a fifth time, a sixth time, a seventh time, 8th, 9th, 10th? How many times of hoaxes do we have to get before we say, listen, boy who cried wolf? Again, was it like 3 times? You swore the wolves were coming to get the sheep. People ran outside. Tricked them. Wasted our time. Go back in. Boy cries wolf again. Hey, the wolves are here. They're eating the sheep. What? Again? That little son of a gun. He's lying to us, everybody. It's 2 in a row. Third time. Hey, everybody, no, I promise. It's real this time. They're here. No one comes outside. Sheep get destroyed. Right? The old saying, the old story of the boy who cried wolf. How about the Democrats who cry hoax? Not once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. How many times are we going to sit here and take? Well, a new poll comes, an ABC poll. A new ABC poll says 54 to 46% are in favor of House impeachment. Wait a minute, I just did a poll on Twitter, even by a left-winger who put it out, and it was massively lopsided. The people do not want to impeach Trump. I had to write on the reply or retweet with a comment. Excuse me. This is interesting because I just saw an ABC poll that said, everybody wants to impeach Trump now. How could this poll be massively backwards? Oh, for the same reason or reasons why all of the polls we're shown are effing frauds. I gave the most ridiculous reasoning on how this happens. It's stupid. Yet there actually might be some truth to it, even though it was like an analogy. You have 10 Democrats in the entire United States of America. The other hundreds of millions were all Republicans. But the news agencies pay a third-party poll for ABC News today. And the third-party poll is told, you like to have employees, right? Yeah. You like to earn an income and a living, correct? Yeah. You want to keep the doors open of your polling company, correct? Yeah. Listen. You ever heard the term, it's hard for a man to keep his job when it's hard for a man to tell the truth, excuse me. It's hard for a man to tell the truth when his job depends upon him not telling the truth. I don't know if I've heard that before. Well, you're going to hear it now, polling company. You'd like to stay open? Yeah. You like to pay your employees? Yep. You like to live your lifestyle? Yeah. You needed to keep the job, right? Yeah. Listen. We pay you guys fairly well for the polls, don't we? Oh, absolutely. You pay very well. Okay. You've done any recent polling lately on the impeachment scandal with President Trump? No, we haven't. We haven't been requested to. Yeah. I was kind of hoping you already did one, maybe. Because we're looking for a poll that actually shows people would like to see him impeached. You think you got anything like that? Oh. We actually did do a poll recently. I just forgot about that. Let me go look at get that data and I'll get back to you. Right? That's how that works. We've polled a bunch of people today, and they agree 60 to 40% the president should be impeached. Oh. Who did you poll? 9 Democrats, 4 Republicans. The only Democrats in the entire country, you happen to catch 9 out of 10 of them in your poll. Yeah. And 4 Republicans. Oh, so 4 random Americans. Okay. And it's still only 60 to 40, huh? What I'm trying to suggest to you is that there are massively more people in favor of our president doing a good job than there are people who think he sucks. You have to look no further. I'm going to get to this point of this thing in a minute. You have to look no further than how many people show up in support of President Trump. That man will go and say, oh, I'm going to whatever state to support the Republican candidate so-and-so. And then people show up and blow the doors off the place with packed amount of people. Where you can go to any one, pick your choice, of all the Democratic candidates, Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren. Is anyone topping those people? Forget the rest of them, right? They're nobodies, right? According to what we see on TV. Those are the top choices. And they're talking outside in a little small field with 30, 40, 50 people around. That's the competition. I would say add them all up. Add all, even the contenders who don't really have any following. Add them all up. And you can't even hold a candle next to what Donald Trump is doing as far as people showing up. Even not at his own rallies for people that he supports. Hey guys, come support Republican candidate so-and-so. Oh, okay. And the place is like massively packed. Do you realize, especially when Trump's doing his own thing, the people who are outside, who are told we're packed, you can't come in. But I have tickets. I know we love you, but you can't come in. We're sold out. It's done. The place is packed. The people outside who can't get inside number massively higher than the Democrats people combined that show up. I'm dead. Go look at it. You don't have to take my word for it. Just go look at the video footage, the photos. Remember when Hillary was around, zoom in, Hillary, you can only walk 3 feet to the left and about 4 feet to the right, because if you go further than that, we're going to show the bleachers behind you that house like 15, 20 people. And it's going to look like our jig is up. They're going to see a little portable bleacher thing behind you. I saw this thing with my own eyes. I went down to the Tampa rally for Hillary. I wanted to see how many people showed up. And that was the biggest packed rally for her ever. And I said there was probably less than 3,000, but I'll just be fair and say maybe 4,000 people showed up. Donald Trump had 30,000 people lock the place down. No more can come in. 10 or something thousand outside. Again, the people outside, that was around 10,000, outnumbered all of Hillary's people that showed up in downtown Tampa. I went down there, took the day off a little early to go film that, just because I wanted to see. And the one in St. Pete, Florida, was this little tiny gymnasium with about 300 people. So, what's this about, J Snip? What the hell? Are you going to get to the point of this thing or not? Yeah, well, let's do it. F it, I'll do it kind of live. As in, as soon as I'm done talking, I'm going to upload this and go public with it immediately. I'm not going to make you wait till tomorrow morning because I'm back home now. There's another whistleblower complained against Donald Trump's conversation with the Ukraine president. The first one, intelligence community, do you have firsthand knowledge of this whistleblower complaint? You must have it. Continue. Oh, that section was quietly removed, from what I understood, just days before this first whistleblower came out. That actually didn't, of course, have firsthand knowledge. He had secondhand, thirdhand. In other words, he had REO Speedwagon knowledge. Now let's sing this together. Heard it from a friend who, heard it from a friend who, heard it from another. You've been talking shit with the Ukrainian president. We Republicans don't believe it. Not for an effing minute. You have no smoking gun, so you're taking it on the run. Oh, that was horrible. Sorry about that. And cue Steven. Steven, take over. Please. Sing that properly. First whistleblower, third-hand account, second-hand information, blah, blah, blah. Let's just change the form. Like the effing liberal Democrats do, we just change the rules. Oh, the college, electoral college worked all these years. We were fine with it. The second we don't get our person in, oh, we got to get rid of the electoral college. We need to go back to the popular vote. We don't have, oh, you mean the illegal vote that you guys rely on? The illegals voting. Gotcha. Just change the rules. So what they do, they change the rules. I feel like I just spit on the side of my face. I'm a little wet over here. Change the rules. Change the form. So there's a new whistleblower now. We already have the transcripts of the call now. They've been released. Unredacted, have them. Here you go. Whistleblower full of Schiff. Full of Adam Schiff. Oh, and Adam Schiff, did you talk to this whistleblower in advance? No, we have not heard from him. We don't know who this is. He's on the news saying this. Twice. Maybe more than that, but the ones I saw, 2 different news agencies. Now we find out, not only did he talk to the whistleblower well in advance, he kept it from the rest of the Intelligence Committee members on his committee, the House. He kept it from the Republicans and other members. Didn't even tell them. That's okay. We've got whistleblower 2 now. And as we said the other day, now that they've changed this form to allow third-hand accounts, get ready for a whole slew of whistleblowers to come forward. It's coming. Sure enough, a few days later, whistleblower number 2, and the attorney, which I'm going to tell you about, it's a very interesting attorney, says we have more than one person, maybe not just one more, second one, we have multiple now. Now, is that his way of saying, well, we had the first one, the second one, so I can say multiple? Or is he saying, I have a second one, a third one, and a fourth one now? Oh, and he says, and they have first-hand account knowledge. Really? Yes. Really? So, some thoughts on Whistleblower 2 from Undercover Huber on Twitter. Whistleblower 2 doesn't appear to have submitted a formal whistleblower complaint. So they're not actually a whistleblower. They didn't fill out the form. Continue. Next thing. Decent chance they're one of the unnamed officials Whistleblower 1 has used as his source. Third, backup of Whistleblower 1 claims largely irrelevant because allegations already had 6+ errors. So who is this new person? Well, we don't know the whistleblower, but who's representing them? Well, an attorney named, this is the same guy that's, I guess, brought forward Whistleblower 1 apparently too, Andrew P. Bakaj, B-A-K-A-J, Bakaj, who is himself, let me just read you some of his, from his law firm he works at, Compass Rose Legal Group, Andrew P. Bakaj. Andrew is a former intelligence officer and criminal investigator who brings a history of distinguished service to the firm. He was a former CIA person. Professional experience, CIA. Andrew is a former intelligence officer assigned with the CIA Office of Inspector General. And I found that there was somebody Donald Trump was trying to get confirmed. On this guy's name? Do I have it here? I had it up a minute ago. The guy who Trump said, I'd like to submit him for the whatever the role was. This guy, Mr. Andrew P. Bakaj, now former CIA, I work for a law firm, alleges that Trump's pick, there were some whistleblower complaints about that guy from 2015. And he didn't disclose that when the Senate confirmation hearing was going on and blah, 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 blah. So you didn't want this guy to get the job. Correct. Andrew Bakaj, the attorney for this, at least the second whistleblower, potentially both whistleblowers, for, this whole Trump-Ukraine thing, did not want a Trump appointee getting appointed. Okay? It gets better. Attorney for anti-Trump whistleblower, which is, this proves that this guy's representing both of the whistleblowers now. Attorney for anti-Trump whistleblower worked for Hillary Clinton and Chuck Schumer. The same Chuck Schumer who came out with his shit-eating grin when he saw Trump attempting to start his draining of the swamp and said, you know, the CIA has 6 ways from Sunday to get back at you if you try to go after them. I think this president is picking the wrong fight. The intelligence, he was telling you, the intelligence community has 6 ways from Sunday to get at you. What is that? That's a threat. If you try to go against them, is what Chuck Schumer said, they have 6 different ways from Sunday to shut you down and go after you. In other words, we have so many tools in the toolbox. We will get to you, we'll make shit up and it won't matter. We have so much stuff, ways of doing this. You have no idea who you're messing with. That's what Chuck Schumer said. There's a video of him saying it in an interview. Pointed at Trump. Except they didn't know who they were effing with. The anonymous person who filed a formal, uncorroborated complaint, again, that's now allowed to use third-hand party because they changed the complaint form just days before the complainant came in, against President Donald Trump for allegedly asking a foreign leader to investigate corruption related to Joe Biden, now has a legal team that includes a Democratic operative who worked for Senators Chuck Schumer, Democrat, New York, and Hillary Clinton, Democrat, New York, Andrew Bakaj, now a managing partner at the Compass Rose Legal Group. Now, Rose, that's not the same kind of Rose related to the Rose law firm with Hillary Clinton by chance, is it? That this, one of the Rose people went over there, created this new one called Compass Rose Legal Group. I don't know. I haven't looked into that. He interned for Schumer in the spring of 2001 and for Clinton in the fall of the same year, according to Bakaj's own LinkedIn page. More recently, Bakaj has worked as an official in the CIA and Pentagon and specializes in whistleblower and security clearances in his legal practice. Now, Bakaj, I found out doing a little research, lost his security clearance dealing with some kind of whistleblower thing prior to Trump. Whatever reason. His clearance was suspended. And I don't know if it just stayed that way and he finally quit, or what purpose or how long later he quit, but he quit and went to work for this place. Now I've got, super serious guys. I got a real whistleblower. Oh, where's the form? Can we see the form? We didn't fill out a form. But you said he has firsthand knowledge. That was the big complaint. The whistleblower before him didn't have firsthand knowledge. The form was changed so that the person could submit it because he didn't have firsthand knowledge. He had hearsay. Now you're saying you've got a guy or girl who has firsthand knowledge. This is breaking news. Where's the complaint form? We don't have one. Why not? Because he didn't fill one out. He or she. I say he. Probably he. Didn't fill one out. Right. But we're going to believe him. This reminds me of the 9/11 Flight 93, the one that crashed in, quote, I'm going to do quotes, crashed in Shanksville, Virginia, in the coroner, I think, shows up, local coroner, because dead bodies should be everywhere, and is quoted in the local news. Why am I here? What do you mean, sir? There's no bodies, there's no blood. Why am I even here? That was his quote. So I like to go back to that one because we heard cell phone conversations from that flight, which, by the way, in that time frame, you could not get cell signal in an airplane in the sky unless you were very close to the ground, like as you come in and get close for landing. So somehow phone calls were made on the plane, but let's just forget that for now, even though they couldn't be. In one of the phone conversations, that's my favorite, Flight 93. I'm going to use it here. Hey, Mom, it's Bill Smith, your son. Full name. It's Bill, I forget the name, but hey, Mom, it's Bill Smith, your son. The plane I'm on's being hijacked. You believe me, don't you, Mom? Click. You ever call your mom and say, hey, Mom, it's, Joseph Jabroni? No, you say, hey, Mom, it's Joe. Or, hey, it's your favorite son, You don't address your mother with your full name and say, you believe me, don't you? In other words, I got a second whistleblower. What about the first whistleblower? That was terrible. Oh, I got a second one with first-hand knowledge. You believe me, don't you? Collusion hoax. Obstruction hoax. He was peeing on a girl in Russia. Sex fantasy hoax. How many other hoaxes? You believe me, Ma, don't you? The 15th hoax is, they don't use the word hoax. The 15th story is real. You believe me, Ma, don't you? You know, somehow I believe you. But my Tommy gun don't. I'm giving you to the count of 10 to get your no good, stinking lying keister off my property before I pump your body full of lead. That's one of my favorite lines from the movie Home Alone. I don't know why. Just love it. Maybe because Macaulay Culkin was in it and he has now blown the whistle on the pedophile Red Shoe Boys. And YouTube didn't like me talking about that very much at all. But there's 3 things YouTube can do about it. Accept it, respect it, and get the F over it.